For the fans, by the fans.
Good evening. Welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. Yes, I'm Miles Cadden. I'm your host for this evening. In this windy weather outside, it is absolutely horrendous outside. My garden has been ripped to shreds today and last night. So I hope everyone's safe and you're all indoors and your house is still in one piece and the wind hasn't blown roofs off like I've been seeing around the country today. So I'm hoping everyone's safe. And then there was rumours that Blackpool Tower was on fire, but it wasn't. It was the orange tarpaulin up on the top of the tower, and they thought it was on fire. But there you go. It's one of those days today. One of those days. Anyway, it's a great show. We've got a great show coming up for you today. We've got Spot the Ball, we've got Guess the Gate, and we've got a winner from Guess the Gate from last week. So we do have a winner for that. And also, we've got some guests joining us as well. Also, we just want to say a massive thank you to Mr. View Sky. He's on YouTube. He supplies us with our intro videos, and just want to say a massive thank you to them because he's absolutely amazing and he supplies us with the goals every single week in every single game. So thank you so much for that. Also, we've got a little surprise from Gareth Withers later on. We've had permission to show his video, so we will put his song on for you a little bit later on about the young Sakamoto, who was outstanding on Boxing Day. So, just an amazing day, Boxing Day. It was just brilliant. Just get our guests in then. So let's start the evening off. Let's get Ken Stewart in. Good evening, Ken. How are you?
Good evening, Miles. How are you on this wet and windy evening?
Blown away getting into me bar, that's for sure. Hitting half blowy out there, isn't it?
You better watch that roof don't blow off.
Sure, I hope there's enough screws in it to keep it tight. I'll tell you, I really do. And then we got our guest. We've got our guest coming on from Wales. We do have, and they are in the Wales Supporters Club. They join us every time we play Cardiff or Swansea. Give a round of applause for Steve and Tom Price, please. Oh, a round of applause, didn't we? Hold on.
Evening, Steve and Tom. You all right?
Hi, Ken. Hi, Miles.
You all right, lads? You all right? All good?
All good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now we've seen Tom in Ipswich. Met us in the club. Good atmosphere in there, wasn't it, Tom? It was a good laugh, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. Unfortunately, Leicester won on the telly in the early kickoff. Otherwise, it would have been even better. But yeah, good laugh.
Brilliant. Now, listen, thanks for joining us, guys. Absolutely over the moon that you've joined us today. Now, let's get Spot the Ball underway. We've got some comments coming in, but we'll get to them in very, very, very shortly. Let's do Spot the Ball first with you guys. So here you go. Here's Spot the Ball. Where's the ball? So we will come to have a little look at it, Steve. We'll come to Tom first. Tom, where do you think the ball is?
It's from Boxing Day, isn't it?
It's from Boxing Day, yeah.
I'm going to go 12, I think.
Okay, number 12. Okay, no problem. And we'll come to you, Ken.
I'm going to go 18.
18. Okay. And Steve.
I'll go 2, please, Miles.
Number 2. Oh, okay, yeah. Number 2. Okay, got you. Right, brilliant. Excellent stuff. Get your guesses in. Ken's going to get everyone's down. He's going to take notes of everybody who's getting their guesses in. So get your guesses in where Spot the Ball is. There's a little prize up for grabs. If we've got any left, I think we have got some left. So there'll be a prize up for grabs. So get your guesses in. There's Spot the Ball from the weekend, from Boxing Day against Sheffield Wednesday. So there you have it. Right, let's have a little look. So good evening, everyone. Everyone's tuning in. So good evening to everyone that's tuning in. Mark Cunningham, Nation Radio. Wayne Vaughan says, good evening. Wayne Littleword, good evening. Wayne Vaughan's gone number 2. Mark Cunningham's gone number 16. So Oh, here we go. Right, so we're going to talk about Boxing Day. Boxing Day. We come to you first, Ken. Boxing Day was absolutely on the edge of your seat stuff, but we made hard work of it. Do you think?
Yeah, we did. We did what we had to do, didn't we? At the end of the day, it was going to be a tough game, as we all know. There's no easy games in this league. They'll come to defend, and which is what they did. And obviously we got the goal in the first half, so they had to come out a little bit, didn't they? So it provided a bit more space. And I thought, although it wasn't our best performance-wise, I thought we got stuck in, and I thought we were the better team, and we were well worth the win. At the end of the day.
I mean, in the first half, we were very dominant, weren't we, in that game? Tom and Steve, you listened to it on the radio, didn't you? Because you couldn't get it on iFollow. What was it like listening to it on the radio in the first half? Because we don't get to hear from people that hear it on the radio. So what was it like listening to it?
Well, I think it's like Ken said, really, first half, it sounded like we were by far the better side, looking really good. But second half, they came out, and how the hell they didn't score from that one chance where we about 3 times on the line. I don't know. We're a bit of luck there. But they did come out second half, and they were a danger, unlike the first half, where it was just cruise control for Cov. But obviously, I know the goal went in late, the second. But as soon as Saka's second went in, that was good night Vienna, wasn't it?
I mean, it was crying out for a second goal, wasn't it, Steve? And the earlier we got it, the better. But it sort of dragged on a little bit longer than we expected. But if we would have got a quick second goal, I think we probably could have gone on and got a few more, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, Tom, your feelings on it in the first half? I thought we were just total dominance, and I don't think we even got out of second gear, to be honest with you, and we still controlled the game.
Yeah, I think it was one of those we didn't have to do. We just had to beat what was in front of us, and that's what we did in the end. We might have made a little bit of a meal of it in the second half, but I think it's one of those things we struggle more against teams that sit back and defend. We prefer to hit them on the counter-attack when, like Southampton and Leeds, let them have all the ball. We get the ball, go up the other end and score. And when we sort of camped on the edge of their box a bit like we were against Wednesday, we sometimes struggle to find that final third, that final ball.
And Ken, there's a lot of criticisms come out this week about Godden. People saying he didn't really create much on Boxing Day, but we all know how good Godden is. But do you think Godden and Wright worked on Boxing Day together?
I don't think Godden did a lot, but he was there. He put himself about a little bit, but I think he's not the Godden that we all know at the moment. I don't know what the problem is, whether he's not, because he's frustrated because he's not in the team or whatever. And he's getting on a bit now as well, hasn't he? So he's not as fast as, obviously he never was fast, but he's not as probably quick to reading the balls and reading the positions as he was before, because the team keeps getting changed all the time. But you can never rule out Matty Godden. He can score a goal from anywhere, can't he? And at any time. As we know, we've had that before where he's not been in a game and all of a sudden he crops up and scores. And that's the beauty of having him. He might not be having a great game, but he's got the ability to score a goal from nothing. And he's a handy player to have. And whether he starts every game now, I don't know. There's probably other players there that will take his position. But, that's something they'll probably have to look at in January. Maybe they're going to get another striker, and I don't know. Because my biggest concern is goals from the strikers, and the strikers haven't been scoring goals. It's been the midfielders, hasn't it, lately?
Yeah. No, Wayne Vaughan's popped in. He said he's probably having sleepless nights with a new baby.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he has a new baby. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
he has. And Steve, I mean, how were they? What were they talking about on the radio during the first half about the players' performance? Were they mentioning anybody at all? Because I thought Haji Wright had probably one of his best first halves for Coventry.
Yeah, right. He always looks the danger, doesn't he? He's got the speed. He's had a few assists now, and the goal against Birmingham, wasn't it? I think. So Wright got quite a few mentions. Who else? Saka. I mean, he always gets a mention, doesn't he? He's just absolutely brilliant every time he gets the ball. But for me, the surprise of the season has been Bidwell. He was totally written off, but he just gives that 7.5 out of 10 every single game. He's steady. And going forward, he makes us look. Some of his balls are pretty good. I'm so impressed with Bidwell this year. I thought he was on the way out, but he's been a great asset, and be interesting to see if he picks him or De Silva really tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Sakamoto, him and Van Eyck or Van Ivek, it's Van Ivek, isn't it? It's Van Ivek. We'll get it right. Van Ivek. They seem to be having a real good partnership on that right hand side. Tom, was anything said about that partnership at the weekend? Because, on Boxing Day, because for us in the stands, you could see how good they look together.
Yeah, I think it's been the case the last couple of games, really. I think now that we've managed to find a way to get Sakamoto in the team, we've changed shape a bit. We're playing wingers now for the first time in a long time. It gives Van Eyck that sort of out ball. Sakamoto's always there. You can always give the ball to Sakamoto. He'll beat someone. He'll do something. Means he can focus more on the defensive side, because I think when he was playing sort of out wide on his own before, he was getting caught out a few times. And obviously Sakamoto, when he was playing there, he's playing defensively when he wants to attack. So I definitely think the formation changes helped us with that.
Yeah. And the person for me who got probably the most mentions, though, it was good and bad, was Eccles. But it just showed that he was all over the pitch. He did give the ball away a few times, but he took on the chief role really well, and he was everywhere. Like I say, made a few mistakes. There was a good, bad, and the ugly in there, but he covered some ground.
Let's get Spot the Ball up, and we'll talk a little bit more. We'll get some comments coming in as well. We've got loads of them coming in. Here's Spot the Ball. If you haven't seen it yet, have a little guess. Our panel have gone. Ken's gone number 18. Steve's gone number 2. Tom's gone number 12. So have a little guess there, guys. See what you think. Get your guesses in. Ken's writing the answers down as they come in for us. So if you haven't had a go, please do. Little prize up for grabs. Where is the ball? Spot the ball. Have a guess where it is. Come on. It's there. It's definitely there. I know it's there. So just have a little guess. See where you think it is. Now listen, we'll come on to the goals. And the first goal. Should we just see them first? Let's put them.
Let's have a look at them. I think we've got Clive's commentary, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, let's have a little look. We'll probably get told off for this, but who cares?
Out to the left to Hadji Wright. The ball is feet looking to move to the byline. Plays along the ground. Oh, here! Sakamoto with the shot and the goal. The cross there from Wright and Tad Sakamoto. Josh Eccles plays a good reverse ball to Palmer. Out to the right wing to Sakamoto. Sakamoto wants a couple of touches. He fires it into the net. That's why he wants the touches. Sakamoto. He wasn't going to cross. He was going to shoot himself. Out to the left to.
I mean, the first goal, great ball in from Hadji Wright, Ken, and the way Godden left it, he knew Tats was going to be there, and he took it well, didn't he? Took it well.
Yeah, fantastic. It looked like he sort of scuffed it a little bit, didn't he? The way he hit it, but it just went in, and just deceived the keeper and went in, and that's at the end of the day, that's what we want. And right place at the right time. He seems to be getting in good positions, doesn't he? Sakamoto now. He's reading the game a lot better. He's obviously took his time to settle in. He seems to be settling in really well now. And he's just getting more confident every game we see him. He's in great positions. He runs with the ball. He takes on his man, and he's a good passer with the ball as well. And that's what we want to see. He's a bit like an old-fashioned winger sometimes, isn't he? As well.
Well, we are playing that way, really.
Yeah,
we are playing it.
Yeah, you used to see years ago. Yeah.
I mean,
it's exciting, isn't it? Exciting.
I mean, Tom, you've seen him at Ipswich. You two haven't been able to get to many games because your mum's not very well at the moment. Hope she's getting better. But you travel up from Wales to watch us. You come up to Ipswich. I mean, when he come on in the second half, he's magic, isn't he? He's magic. Whatever he does, he's magic.
He must be an absolute nightmare to defend against. I remember the first time I saw him play the pre-season friendly at Shrewsbury. It was the same. Did a couple of cutbacks, beat a couple of men. He was unlucky probably not to score or get an assist, but he just causes absolute chaos for defence whenever he gets on the ball. He's joy to watch.
And Steve, what do you make to him? Because the second goal was just class, wasn't it?
Oh, you pay the admission fee just to see Sakamoto pay for quarter an hour, wouldn't you? He's absolutely brilliant. I mean, they did say the same in commentary. I think Oggy thought he'd scuffed it a bit on the first one, but when I've seen it on the replay, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty clean. No doubt about the second, though. That was just quality, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, the things he does out there on that wing, though. I mean, in the first half, he was sending players the wrong way, and he's passing. Neil sits next to me, who we travel with, and he played this pass out to Bidwell, and we both looked at each other. We went, "Oh my word!" And that's what we were missing, passes when we had Hamer and Hamer left. We were missing those sort of passes, and Sakamoto can see. He can see anything, can't he? He's unbelievable, isn't he?
Oh, he's passing.
He's absolutely out of this world.
Yeah, I mean, and the defenders can't cope with him. At the end of the day, players don't know which way to go. They don't know much. They don't know much about him, to be honest, because it's his first season in this league. But they certainly know about him once they played against him. So yeah, it's been brilliant, and you're gonna get teams now trying to clamp down on him by man marking him now, a bit like they used to do to O'Hare all the time. But that will give more space to O'Hare and people like that.
Well, I was just going to say, I'm glad you mentioned it, because Steve and Tom, I was talking to Will yesterday in the house, and I says the best thing about this is because you've got O'Hare on the pitch as well, you're going to have two players tracking O'Hare, you're going to have two players tracking Sakamoto.
Yeah,
that's going to leave space for goals from anywhere on the field, really, isn't it? Because they're going to be worrying about O'Hare, they're going to be worrying about Sakamoto. They ain't going to know what to do. I mean, it's going to cause a few upsets, isn't it, Steve?
Definitely. And the one thing I always felt about O'Hare, to be the complete player, just needed a bit more goal threat, and he's come back and he's got that. He now looks the complete player, and like you say, you've got Sakamoto and O'Hare. Who do you mark? Haji Wright's going to be left up there on his own, and there's going to be space, isn't it? There's going to be space.
Yeah. We've just got to get Haji Wright scoring more of those goals he scored against Birmingham, haven't we, Tom?
Yeah, and I think one of the things is because Sakamoto is obviously a winger, a wide player. There's always going to be space for him. You can't crowd him out as easily as you can someone in the midfield, like O'Hare potentially put four men on him. But, he's always going to be able to get on the ball. He's always going to be able to whip a cross in or do a cut back and find someone. And like you said, even if they do find a way to mark him out of the game, Haji Wright's on the other wing, O'Hare's in the middle, Sims or Godden also in the middle. We've got goals coming from all over the place at the moment, and we're all on every position getting involved a bit. Even the centre backs against Leeds.
Yeah. I mean, it's we're like last season. We're like we haven't got enough goals coming from other parts of the field apart from Victor and Hamer. And this season we're going, we haven't got any goals coming from the strikers, but we've got goals coming from we never are we, to be honest with you. Let's get some coming in. Let's get some comments. David Granahan, evening guys. Hope everyone is good. Boxing Day was good, but gutted what happened at the end of the game. Do you think this will get turned over? I think it should be. Any news, Ken? Have you heard anything today, or Steve or Tom? Have you heard anything?
I haven't. I understand the deadline is tomorrow morning. No, by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So whether the decision's made tonight and the club already know and they'll release it tomorrow morning. That's what I understand. The deadline is for tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. There is a panel sit over Christmas for these sort of events in case something happens like this. And I believe that's what's going to happen. So they've probably made a decision. The club have probably been informed, but they'll probably release it to the press tomorrow morning, I guess.
So I don't know if Robbins has done a press conference today. I haven't heard anything, but yeah, you're going to say, Steve?
Yeah, well, after the match, Robbins was absolutely livid, and he said he went in to see the referee, and it sounded like the referee didn't see it. But they'll only overturn it if we've got video evidence that clearly shows he didn't. Well, I think he did raise his hand a bit, is what they're saying, but it was self-defense.
I think that was just to protect himself, because from what I've seen, from what I made out, it was just like the other guy instigated it all, and he put his head towards him, and it was sort of. I mean, you see that on a regular basis in the Premier League. I mean, I think it was at the end of the game. I think 2 yellow cards would probably been enough punishment, but I think obviously the referee decided to send them both off for some strange reason. But there you go.
I watched the highlights, and the commentator said as it was coming to the end of the game, it said, "Look to the right-hand side of the screen," and as you look to the right-hand side of the screen, you could just see the Sheffield Wednesday player go in with his head, and then the camera panned to it, and then you seen him put his hand to Kitchen, threw his hand at his face. So not only did he headbutt him, he threw his hand as well. I think if I seen it correctly, I might have had a few too many glasses of gin, but it looked like that to me.
Well,
if
all
Robbins
so
was
quick,
fuming, if Robbins was fuming, then Robbins is very rarely wrong, is he? He's very rarely wrong. But yeah, we'll have to wait till tomorrow, unless they found out today and they just want to announce a team sheet tomorrow and he'll be on it. So away we go. Alan Harkins, good evening, Alan. Thanks for joining us. Claudio, who's at the birthday party tonight. In fairness to Godden, can't remember the Wednesday keeper making a save. We didn't actually have many chances in front of goal. No, we didn't really. That was one of the, in fairness, we didn't really have many chances. That's why I say we made hard work of it, didn't we? We really made hard work of it.
Well, we had to be patient, didn't we?
Yeah, patient. Yeah, definitely. That was a bit like the Huddersfield game last season when we had to be patient and Hamer scored, took a deflection. And it was 0-0 for ages and ages and ages, and Hamer just hit it, took a deflection and went in, which is what you have to do. David Grannon, come on again. We definitely need a striker and an attacking centre mid and maybe another winger. Could well be. Hi all, HNY.
Happy New Year.
Oh, is that what that is? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ian.
Happy New Year. I thought he was in New York or something then. I don't know. Happy New Year, Ian. Nation Radio. Mr. Sitter again. Strikers are not striking. Don't know why. Alan Harkins come in. Any news on the appeal? No, nothing yet. David's coming again. Bidwell is very consistent. He's agreeing with you here, Steve, but very consistent. And he like he was last season, and he was really consistent. But he's upped his game. I think he's upped his game, to be honest with you. And he's broken his hand. He's playing with a broken hand.
Yeah,
so, yeah, yeah. Got some guesses coming in for Spot the Ball. Josh Tisdale says number 8. Janet says number 19. Ian Cooper says 22. Mark Cunningham's come in. Milan looks like he's loving playing for us. Well, who wouldn't with our fan base? I mean, come on, who wouldn't? Everyone loves the Sky Blues. Just need O'Hare to sign a new contract, don't we, Tom? Got to get O'Hare to sign that new contract.
I think that would be the biggest bit of business we could do in January. If we don't sign anyone but get O'Hare on a new contract, that would be absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
I think that's got to be done sooner rather than later, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Probably done
before it gets stuck with someone on a pre-contract agreement or something. But there's still some business I think we could and maybe should do. I think I've heard rumours Yari might be going back to Brighton, so probably need to. We still haven't really replaced Hemo with that, engine in the midfield, and it's going to be difficult. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that in a January transfer window, but we can always try, can't we?
Yeah.
But you say that though. Look at Latabodier come into midfield against Sunderland. Came into midfield against Ipswich. Came into midfield on on Boxing Day. What a performance that was, Steve.
Yeah, definitely. He's quality, isn't he? And he got his put his body on the line as well, blocked a few shots. Just everywhere again. Great player, great asset.
Well, it's great to have a player like that. We were praising Eccles last season, weren't we, Ken? About he could play right wing back, he could play centre mid, and how versatile he was. But Latabodier's got centre mid, centre back, and right wing back, and he probably could even play left wing back.
He's no stranger to that position, is he? Because he plays international football at that position in midfield. So, yeah, he's come in and done well, really well, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah. We've got Wayne's coming in, says, have you got the assault on Kitchen at the end? No, sorry, mate, I haven't got it, unfortunately. Gordon Tully Art says, spot the ball, number 19. Josh Tisdale says, Super Sakamoto is so class. Yes, he is. Hope Tats doesn't get an international cap call up. Yeah, that might tire him out a little bit, mightn't it? What's the thoughts on what is going to happen to Liam Kitchen? We don't know yet, Josh. We don't know till tomorrow morning, I think. But we'll find out. We'll probably find out at 6:45 tomorrow night, probably, when the team news comes out.
We're hoping a bit of common sense, I think. That's what we're hoping for.
But it would just be tomorrow and the Borough game, because the FA Cup game counts towards the 3-match ban. So it would just be 2 league matches he'd miss, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We've got our Swan guest sitting in the back in the wings, waiting to come on very shortly. Let's get some more comments coming in. Gordon Tulliart's come in. Don't agree about your opinion on I think that's meant to say Godden. All I see him do is run around like a headless chicken and hide behind opponents' defenders. Oh, that's we're all entitled to our opinion. That's a real good comment. Like it. Claudio's come in again. I had supporters of different clubs ask where did we find the Japanese lad from. It was Belgium, wasn't it? If I remember right, Belgium.
Ostend.
Ghent. Yeah, Ghent.
Yeah. Luke Carter's come in. Good evening, guys. I think it'll be difficult, but if Kitchen is absent, do we think that'll change the mindset of the back four? Well, who would you put in? Ken, who would you put in?
Fads has got to go in there, hasn't he? I think. It's got to be. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let us know what you lot all think. Let's find out what Steve thinks. Steve, who would you put in?
I would have put Binks in myself. I think he deserves to go. I think
it's an option. Yeah, it's an option.
But hopefully we won't have to do a lot of defending. The way Swansea going at the moment.
And Tom, what about you?
I'd put Binks in as well. I think. I think he's done all right. Everything that's asked of him when he's played so far this season, and give him a chance in that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, I know what Ken's saying. Fads is solid, is reliable, but I think we need pace, and Fads hasn't got the pace at the moment to be in a flat back four. So I'd probably play Binks, or I just think, there's just something there, isn't there? Really.
I think the difference this year, though, Miles, is we're just talking. We've got options. We've got
this is
well, the bench looks really strong, doesn't it? When you look at the bench, I mean, the players you got on the bench, you think, well, it's brilliant, really. You've even got Kelly on there, and I don't know whether Sheaf might even be back. I don't know what the news on Sheaf, whether his injury is going to keep him out again, or whether he comes back. You can even put Latibier back in the back four. He can slot in there.
I was just about to say that. Latabodier could go in there if Ben Sheaf comes back. So we've got options, and we've never had options. Never, ever have we had options. What's this here? We've got Stephen McGovern. They will also need to put 2 on Van Ivac. Yes, they will. They look back. They will back their ref. Oh, the EFL.
Oh,
will back the ref.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the ref's seen it, but I don't think he's seen it. To be honest, I think he's going by maybe information he received from other people. His lineup.
I don't think Kitchen will play, but on the bench because Mark Robins can't plan a strategy on hope of a good decision. Unfortunately, yeah. Well, yeah, he might be on the bench. Luke Carter's coming. He says, "Miles, are you DJing at half time?" No. I had to cover for Smithy on Boxing Night at Dillon's because hope Smithy and your family are okay. He lost his mother-in-law while the game was going on Boxing Day. So Smithy, hope you're okay, mate. If you're watching, Robin Fletcher's coming evening all. Hope you all had a good Christmas and a happy to us all. And Gordon's coming again. Said any news on the contracts for O'Hare? No, we were just saying we'd love him to sign a new contract. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to get some adverts, and then we're going to bring our Swansea guest in, and we've got Spot the Ball, and we're going to get Luke from the Swans Cast Media channel on Twitter. He's going to get a guess off him as well, and we've got some quiz questions for him as well, and a few facts thanks to Claudio.
Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
Yeah, welcome back to Sky Blue Fans TV. I'm Milesy. Yes, I am your host this evening. Half an hour of the show's already gone. It flies by when you're having some fun. And we've been talking about Boxing Day against Sheffield Wednesday, which was, well, it was hard work, but we got there in the end and we got the 3 points. So we're all happy with that one. And that's all that matters. So let's get our guest back in. We've got Ken Stewart. You all right there, Ken? You all
Good
right?
evening. Good evening, all. Yes, fine, mate. Thank you.
Good. Excellent. And we've got Steve and Tom from Wales, Newport, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, come round. Yeah.
There you go. And we've got our Wales Swansea guest coming on from the Swans Cast Media. Please welcome Luke.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me.
Evening,
Hiya,
Luke.
Luke. Thank you for joining
standard
us.
ovation.
We like to make you welcome. It's fantastic for jumping in so quick because we contacted you quite late. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on, mate. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I mean, didn't have the best result in the last game, but otherwise all good. Thank you. Yeah, and no problem. I don't mind jumping on if I'm free. Always happy to help.
Wonderful, brilliant stuff. Now, listen, let's talk a little bit about Swansea then. Your trip up tomorrow to the CBS Arena. How are you fancying it tomorrow? Because you had a bit of a heavy defeat at the weekend, didn't you? Well, Boxing Day.
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, look, it's a difficult one because we're not in a good place at the moment. We don't have a manager. We haven't had one for getting close to a month, which is quite poor, really, and not really sure what's going on. There's not, usually you hear names and rumours and no one really knows where we're going or who's looking to come in. The person who it was going to be didn't want the job or rejected us for whatever reason. And it's gone just quiet, really. The caretaker manager, I'm assuming, isn't going to get given the job because why wouldn't he have had that already? But then he's sort of expected to take the reins continuously in what is probably the busiest period of the year. So results have been up and down. We lost 5-0 to Southampton, but there's a bit of history there with Russell Martin, obviously. So maybe that's a bit of a anomaly, but we'll see because performances haven't been very good, even though the results haven't been awful. So going up to Coventry, I don't know what to expect, I'll be honest with you. My head is saying probably don't expect very much, but the players might want to bounce back after getting thumped. So that's what we got to hope anyway.
I mean, when we came to you earlier on in the season, it was a 1-1 draw. and we took the lead, and you equalised about, I think it's literally straight away, wasn't it? It wasn't. I
Yeah.
think it was about 3 minutes later. Not even that, I don't think. But
Mm.
you know, what's gone wrong since the start of the season? Because you signed quite a few new players, and you did look like you were going to be a strong contender this season.
Yeah.
Where did it all go wrong, do you think, so far? Because obviously things can turn overnight, as we know.
Do you know what? Like, it's such a bigger picture story to talk about what's gone wrong. Michael Duff, he came in from Barnsley, successful at Barnsley, got to the playoff final, of course. Successful previous to that at Cheltenham or Chesterfield, one of them. Sorry for getting the team wrong. I didn't catch up on that beforehand. But yeah, he had a good CV, essentially. He come in, he's playing good football at Barnsley, good attacking football. It might not have been the passing Russell Martin style that we had last year and the year before. But, you know, by all accounts, good attacking football. Should have been, you know, a transition into something similar but a little bit different with some more direct play and some pressing. That's kind of what we were sold. And, you know, maybe he needed more time to get that right, and he didn't really get that luxury, I guess. But that's not to say it was unfair that he didn't get the luxury. He kind of didn't help himself with some of the comments he made when he came in. He didn't get the fans on board. He really didn't build that relationship, and that was difficult for him then, because obviously it hasn't been going well. We haven't been doing the best this season. And whereas we had bad periods under Russell Martin, one of the best things he ever did and continued to do while he was at the club was really build a connection with the fans. So even when it wasn't going well, there was a core group of the fan base that were okay with that, because they were playing a good brand of football and they were happy that it might take a bit of time to get it perfect, you know. And we went through a really bad period of like 3 wins in 24 matches under Russell Martin last season, which ultimately probably cost us playoffs, but he got through that because of this goodwill, if you like. Whereas Michael Duff, he kind of like dissed the previous manager's strategy and style. He played down the big derby game against Cardiff and kind of said he'd rather get promoted and lose both games, is what he said. And then we ended up losing that in a very poor performance. Never seen us play worse in a derby match. And he just couldn't get the fans on board after those things. Like, it doesn't matter what happened on the pitch. There was always a negative sort of like feeling towards him. I think he didn't move to Swansea as well, so a lot of fans didn't like the fact he wasn't buying into the club, he wasn't buying into the city, and it just never felt like that connection. So when results then also weren't going well, you know, the voices got loud, the discontent got big, and a decision was made, and it was acknowledged by the club that maybe they got it wrong with getting a manager that doesn't necessarily fit the club and the philosophy and what they call the Swansea way. It's what got us promoted when we went up to the Premier League all them years ago. And the fans here have quite a connection to that brand of football. So if you're not playing that brand of football, essentially you've got to be doing well and winning, which is what Steve Cooper managed to do for us. And maybe the best way to describe it is Michael Duff was Steve Cooper without the results, if that makes sense. So, yeah, now we're in a bit of limbo, and I can't really tell you what to expect tomorrow. So,
wasn't Sheehan told though he had till Boxing Day? Which seems a bit crazy, that, because you think you've got to get through the festive period, haven't you? Start of the year. That's what he was told, I think, wasn't it?
Well, who's that now? Michael Duff?
Oh, no, Sheehan.
Oh, Sheehan. Well, yeah, so Chris Davis was the man they wanted from Tottenham. He's like a coach at Tottenham at the moment. Now, we wanted him in the summer, but decided to go for Michael Duff. At the time, Chris Davis was unemployed. He's now a coach at Tottenham. Tottenham, I guess, are quite difficult to work with. And it did seem like he was going to be coming in. Like, the reports were out there, BBC, Sky, saying he's expected to take over. Haven't got any concrete confirmation this happened, but it was thought that he was at one of the games, one of the recent games. I can't remember which one exactly. I think it was Sunderland, maybe, where in the evening after that game, all of a sudden, he wasn't having the job anymore and he's turned it down. So I feel like he maybe was there. There was talks, and there's obviously been something that wasn't agreed. For me, I'm just speculating, but I've heard other things that make me think this could be correct. I just think maybe he's seen the squad. He wanted the job by all accounts. Maybe he has said, "Look, I need these things for you to turn this around, to like push on, to have the aspirations to try and get to the top half and the right end of the table." And maybe didn't get the reassurances that he was asking for. And as a result, it was like, well, it's not for me then. And that wouldn't surprise me at all, because it's quite a repetitive theme under the ownership, and kind of the reason that Russell Martin ended up going himself after having a barren January last year, which is why he ended up kind of losing his head and having that run of poor form, and then ultimately going to Southampton. And he still talked highly about us before the last match and kind of echoed those things I just mentioned. So there's a lot of bigger picture problems at play. I do feel a bit sorry for Duff, because I think he's a good manager, and I think if he goes to another club in a championship, he'll probably have a really positive experience and success. And as for Sheehan, you know, you feel sorry for him as well, because he's kind of picked up points, and our form, what's that, like 8 points in the last 5-6 games, which is not amazing, but it's better than what was before. You know, we're not losing a draw, we're picking up 1 win in like 3 matches, for example. So, but yeah, you want some sort of structure, and you want to know what is going forward, because the more you're in limbo, I guess it's not good for the players, it's not good for the fans, and you're going to get sucked further down. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but hopefully he can do a good job tomorrow.
Now, listen, before we carry on, just 2 secs. We're going to do spot the ball. We do spot the ball on here, right? So we'll get you have a go on this, Luke. We've got people who have joined us now and haven't had a go. So here's a game from the week. I keep saying weekend, from Boxing Day. So here's the game from Boxing Day. Have a guess where you think the ball is, Luke. And people who have just joined, if you haven't had a go yet, get your guesses in, and we'll not prize to give away. Have a guess. Where do you think the ball is?
It's got to be somewhere around number 11 player, isn't it? So I think maybe he's running onto it. I'm going to go with 19.
19. Okay. Number 19 for Luke. Lovely. Brilliant. There you go. So get your guesses in, guys. If you haven't had a go, get your guesses in. Ken, if you can make a note, please. That'd be great.
Am, yes.
Lovely. Wonderful. So, Luke, who have we got to look out for tomorrow? Who's the main threats we've got to look out for tomorrow?
I think in recent form, recent games, maybe Jamie Patterson is the one that's kind of done a bit of damage. He scored 2 goals against. I know you've had links to him, like I see your smiles. maybe, and I know he's a Coventry-based lad, isn't he? So he scored the 2 goals in a game against Preston, and I'll be honest, I thought he had quite a quiet game, and I was saying that he should be subbed, and you know what happens. As soon as I said that, he scored a goal. So I said it again, and he scored again. But yeah, he's got a bit of confidence about him this season. Last season, he had a really poor year, and he looked like he was perhaps gone in the summer. And I know, again, he was linked to yourselves. But he's come back in under Duff and continued to stay there under Sheehan. And he's someone that can create something when you think there's nothing on. And he has got a bit of quality about him. Not always as consistent as it needs to be there, but he can finish some good chances when presented with them. So if anyone's going to do some damage, I would say him, because right now there's not really a lot of people breaking through and causing a bit of magic or anything like that for us.
Yeah, and I mean, what about the fans? What sort of attendance have we got tomorrow?
I'm not actually sure. I know there was a big following to Southampton on Boxing Day, and I would guess, because it's obviously the festive break, and Coventry is one of the closer trips for us. I would imagine it's going to be quite a good turnout. Unfortunately, I'm working, so I won't be able to come myself. For us, it is. For us, it's one of the closer.
Trips, blimey! Took us 5 hours to get to your ground last season.
Really?
Yeah, it was Good Friday.
Well, maybe that's why. I'll have a quick look on Google and tell you exactly what the distance. But it's one of the closest ones to Swansea. All the ones around yourself. I know you've got quite a few teams in your cluster, haven't you? So.
Yeah. So you guys are a bit like Plymouth, aren't you? Really, you have
everywhere's
many
a trek.
Long journeys. Yeah, everywhere's a trek. Let's get some facts in. So Claudio's done us some facts about Swansea and Coventry. Here's the first one. Coventry and Swansea have only met 36 times in all competitions. 12 wins, 12 draws, and 12 defeats. That's amazing. That's unbelievable, that, isn't it?
Wow.
It will change, won't it? Yeah, definitely.
So in theory, if whoever wins tomorrow, you put your money on the other team next time, or draw.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely. Let's have another fact coming in from Claudio. Coventry have beaten Swansea at home. They haven't beaten Swansea at home, for 42 years. The win in 1981 knocked Swansea off the top of Division 1.
Still
Yes.
doesn't fill me with confidence.
What? What? Haven't beat you at home for 42 years. It doesn't fill you with confidence.
No, not right now.
Last season, we were 3-0 up with about 20 minutes to go. 3-0 up. And then we were hanging on at the end. It was 3-3, and we were lucky to escape with a 3-3 draw. It was a hell of a.
Who scored in
remember
that game? Who scored in that game for the Swans? 'Cause I feel like maybe none of them are at the club anymore. I know one of them was in Cham.
Got to be Pro, was it?
Yeah,
Who
Pro.
scored those? I don't know. Can't remember now.
Mm.
Yeah, but
3-hour drive,
yeah,
it says
it
by
just-
Google, by the
yeah,
way.
3-0 up. There you go. 3-hour drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time Coventry won in Swansea was in 1950. Well, no, because we knocked you out the Johnson Paint Trophy, didn't we? On penalties.
Should we count the league games, cup games
And
as
we
well?
And we went on to win it. We went on to win the trophy that year. Another one. Swansea's highest finish in the league, in the Football League, in the sixth in the Division 1 top tier, 1981-82, the same as Coventry did in 69 and 70. There you go. There's a few little facts from Claudio for you. Now, I know you got to go, Luke, but you've got a couple of questions, right? We've got a couple of questions for you. Claudio does this for all our guests now. Steve, Tom, you can join in. Ken, you can join in. And everyone watching, you can join in as well. We've got how many we got? We've got 5 questions for you, Luke. So here we go. Question number 1. In which year did Swansea Town become Swansea City?
Oh God. Don't know why. I don't know the exact year at all, but I'll give a guess. Maybe 1945. I really don't know this one.
Ken, you want to have a go?
1950.
Okay. Steve?
I'm going later. 66.
I think it is later. Actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got a
Tom?
feeling- I've got a feeling it's a late one. I'm going to go 71.
Ooh, 70s.
Oh, very, very. Wow, listen. It was 1969.
I should know that really.
And there was...
I'm just going
Nah,
to say
listen.
I wasn't born, so you know.
There you go. You weren't born. That's it. Yeah, that's the answer. There you go. Who became the youngest manager of the league club when he took over Swansea City in 1978?
God, this is proper diving into the history, isn't it?
I know that.
This is
Are we going to
this is
say
Claudio?
Go on. Do you want to answer?
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say a name. John Toshak, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say John
There you
Toshak.
go.
Yeah, got
Wow,
it in the end.
great.
A little bit of thought.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent stuff. There you go. He was 28. Swansea record attendance was in which year and against which club?
Oh, I want to say. I don't know if it was one of the Europa League games when we were in the Premier League. I don't know if they did something funky with the stadium and added a few more seats in. 2013 Napoli or 2014 Napoli?
Right, it was.
Oh, well,
1968
back when there was no health and
Arsenal.
safety, definitely.
There you go. Okay.
What was? Do you have the number by any
4.
chance? Do you know how much it was?
No, he hasn't given me that. Claudio, you've let me down. I don't know. He hasn't put it there.
That's interesting, isn't it? How many guys can you fit into the old vetch field?
Yeah, in the old Vetchfield. Yeah, that's right. I went to a firework display at your old ground.
Yeah?
One year. Yeah. Back in the 90s, you had a firework display for bonfire night. You didn't have a bonfire because of the pitch, but you had a firework display. It was bloody cold. Freezing.
Yeah. Well, you're right by the sea, isn't it? So
Yeah. Who were Swansea's first league opponents at then Liberty Stadium, and who scored
oh
the
my
only
god,
goal?
do you know what? I interviewed Kenny Jackett the other day, who was the manager in charge, and he spoke about this game, and my mind's gone blast. Oh my
Luke,
god.
I used to live in San Samlet.
Yeah.
And it was more for stadium. It was an athletic stadium before, and they turned it round about 180 degrees. And so I'm thinking that was about 96. Was it something like that?
Oh.
Well, later than that.
Yeah.
Who's the first opponent? Oh my god. I think the goal might have been. It's either Lee Trundle or Andy Robinson, I think. I can't for the life of me think of the opponents. The first league opponents, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ken, you having a guess?
No idea. No idea. No.
I should know this.
Say Liverpool were the first opponents.
Steve?
Let's say Arsenal.
Arsenal.
It would have been League One, guys. I'm giving a clue.
League
but
One.
just-
Yeah.
League One.
Hmm.
Well, I can't have a go because I've seen the answers. But by
Yeah.
the way, the attendance against Arsenal in 1969, Claudia's just come on. It was around 32,000.
That's amazing. I can't even imagine what that would have felt like. Because it would
Yeah.
have been horrendous.
So it was. Here's your team then. It was Tranmere,
Oh, Zach and Fenway, man.
King
I don't know who's
Fenway,
got the first. Of course it was. Do you know what? Like,
Fenway.
I'm going to blame that on the turkey. Because I had that in my notes the other day when I was talking to Kenny Jackett. We literally spoke about it. Paul.
Oh, brilliant! Oh, fantastic! There you go. Which player started his youth career at Swansea, but played the majority of his football at Leeds United, Juventus,
Yes. Yeah, we know this.
Not yet, guys. Not yet. Hold on. Let's see if Swansea fan can get it.
Do you know what? It's another one before my time. My mind's gone blank on this one. You two can take it away.
Yes.
John Charles.
John Charles.
It is John Charles. There you
JC.
go. Well done. Well done. Very, very well done, Luke. Put you on the
I
spot.
didn't do very well.
No, you did all right. Hey, listen, it's a bit of fun. That's what we do. That's what it's all about. A little bit of fun, and that's what we're here to do. Have a little bit of a laugh. So, that's what we're doing. Right, let's go to some scores then, because you've got to go, Luke. I know we kept you a little bit longer than we
That's
thought
no
we
problem.
would.
It's no rush, honestly.
Okay, so we'll come to you, Tom. You go first. Scores for tomorrow.
I'm going to say 2-1 to Carl.
Okie doke. So we're going to concede. Okay. Steve?
Honestly, Luke, I don't often predict a Cov win. But, with the situation with the manager and obviously off the back of Boxing Day, I agree with Tom. I think 2-1 Cov.
2-1. Okay. You do know we've only conceded 4 goals in the last 9 games, don't you?
They've got a Cov lad playing for them, so it's bound to happen, isn't it?
Okay, we'll come to you, Ken.
Yeah, I'm quite confident we'll keep another clean sheet. If Kitchen's playing, hopefully he is. And I think we're going to take advantage of Swansea's situation. And I'm going for a confident 3-0 win. How about that?
3-0. Okay. And Luke.
I could be really boring you because I did my prediction earlier on today on my video and I said 2-1 Coventry as well. But I feel like I want to change it now just because there's so many 2-1s. So I'm going to say 1-1. I'll go for a draw.
Okay, another draw. Well, if Kitchen isn't playing, I think we concede. So I don't want us to concede, but we have only lost once at home all season. I'm going for 3-1. 3-1. I think Sakamoto's going to run you ragged.
Probably will.
Something about.
And I don't even know if we got a right back playing tomorrow. So they're both injured.
Well, if you haven't, he's going to get. Well, yeah. No, well, be your left back. Have you got a left back?
Key's injured. Ashby is just returned to training this week, so I doubt he'll start. And if he does, it's rushed hamstring. So left back would be Josh Timon. I would imagine.
What's he like?
So-
What's he like? Is he quick?
I mean, we signed him from Stoke in the summer, and he's just kind of there. He's been okay.
Just kind of
You know,
there.
he's been okay, but like he's filling the shoes of Ryan Manning left from last season, so it's hard to. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not that level.
Yeah, it's always hard to fill boots, isn't it? I mean, we found it hard to find another Hamer, found it
Yeah.
hard to find another Victor.
Yeah, well, Manning
And,
was our top
you know,
assister, so we felt that quite a bit.
Yeah, it does hurt, doesn't it, when you lose players that are that good. Let's get some scores in before we let you go. Wayne Vaughan's coming, says 3-1. Josh Tisdale 2-0. Oh, Stephen Powell's coming, says 1-1.
Steve
okay,
knows
so
the
he
score.
agrees with you. Yeah. Mark Cunningham 2-0. Stephen's coming against 2-1.
All these
Obviously,
2-1
it's all gonna-
cities. I mean,
I
Swans
know.
are going to win. Swansea City, innit? Like, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
2-0. Sakamoto gets both goals. Robin Fletcher says 3-0. Here you go. Nation Radio Tony says 1-1. Claudio's coming. Claudio, I thought you were at a party. He says a painful, cheeky 1-0. And Swansea are another one of our bogey sides. I totally agree. Swansea
that is
and
true.
Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the away leg, I was kind of shocked because I thought there's only one thing that's sure in the away game at the start of the season is that Swansea will have all the ball. And they didn't. Swansea didn't have that possession football. And obviously, you had a new manager just come in. And I thought, they're just looking for the style. But I was amazed that they didn't beat us on possession because I thought that was an absolute given.
Just what I was saying about Duff. That's why it's gone wrong, really. It's not what his style is necessarily.
The good news, though, Luke, is we're better when we haven't got the ball. When we get low possession stats, we score goals. When we get all the ball, we struggle to create chances.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. So, Well, Luke, we'll let you go, mate. Thank you very much for giving us a bit of your time during
That's
this
all right.
festive period.
No
Really
problem.
appreciate it. Love your jumper. Jumper looks great.
Yeah, I couldn't wear the Swans top after the last game, so I have to wear something else. But yeah, thanks for having me on. No problem.
Cheers.
Cheers,
If
Luke.
you ever need, just get in touch with us. We'll come on with you.
Yeah, well done. I will do. Cheers.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Listen, good luck for the rest of the season, but not
And you.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers, mate. Ta-da.
Brilliant stuff. Right, now listen, we've got a winner for Guess the Gate. So if you want to get your guesses in for tomorrow night's gate, get your guesses in now. You've got 10 minutes to get your guesses in. We'll come to Ken, Steve and Tom in a moment. But we've got a winner, and the winner is this week for Guessing the Gate. Ta-da! The winner is Tony Goodman, 29,241. That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Wow.
close. Well done, Tony.
Well done, Tony.
He's just commented actually, so he should be listening.
Oh, brilliant.
He's just got 4-0 City result. I will get your Sky Blue Fans TV mug. I'll deliver it to you, mate. I know where you live.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the club put that up, the winner, underneath the score when we were there on Tuesday night. Yeah, they did that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look out for it tomorrow night on the scoreboard. You might see the winner. There you go. Right. Okay. So let's get. Excuse me. Let's get your guesses in then. Get your guesses in for the gate. Ken, start writing them down.
Yeah,
Ken,
go on.
write them down. Get them down.
Yeah.
Right, we'll come to Steve. Steve, give us a guess for the gate tomorrow night, mate.
24,780.
24,000.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's
that
like the
80?
concourse. What's that? Sorry.
Is that 80 or 18?
780. 80.
80. Yeah.
But you know, they said
What
it
doesn't
was
make
a
sense?
sellout, wasn't it, on Boxing Day?
Yeah.
And we had about 500 more fans than we had for the sellout for the first leg of the playoff against Middlesbrough. And it's all to do with the away stand, isn't it? They got to block off because Wasps opened it up, isn't it? And then we shut it off. But when we say we sell out, it seems to be a vastly different figure each time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, I think, but don't forget, a lot of season ticket holders. There was a lot of empty seats as well, and a lot of season ticket holders are on holiday. But the upper tier as well, in the box, there was loads of empty seats there, but they had to open up the seats behind the dugouts where normally the banners are. So they had to open those up.
A few of the corporate tickets weren't sold from the upper tier. I suppose a lot of people got season tickets and stuff, and were away for Christmas and stuff, so missed the game. But obviously, them tickets have still been paid for. So,
yeah. Tom, give us a guess. Guess the gate.
I think it's going to be a bit lower. I'll go 27.5.
27.5. Okay. We've got some guesses coming in here, Ken. Have you got them down?
yes.
Wayne Bourne, 23,750.
Yeah.
Mark Cunningham, 22,590. Aaron's, come on, 25,931. Sky Blue, 24,727. Mark Cunningham's, correction, 25,590. That's what you put. Oh, no, he said 22,000. Mark Cunningham's changed his mind. Nation Radio, Tony, 598. Gordon Tully, 21,952. Claudio's gone for 25,670. Wow. Okie dokie. There you go. Well, it's going to be an interesting night, that's for sure. Just talking about O'Hare, Ken O'Tomo's come in. My guess is O'Hare's contract is done, but the news embargo to be released either as a good news story if we don't get the results on the next 2 games, or as a New Year special news release. There you go. That's what he reckons. Robin Fletcher's come in. Good evening, Rob. Hadji and Sims are not 20 goals a season striker, but they are assisting goals. Well, if everyone else is assisting goals, it doesn't really matter. It's getting the goals in the back of the net. We're talking about who would replace Kitchen tomorrow. Binks from Wayne Vaughan. Luke Carter agrees with you, Ken. Says Fads. Yeah. Josh Tisdale says definitely Fads. Nation Radio, Fadzine. He's a beast for strikers. If it's 4 at the back, yeah, not well. We'll have to wait and see. Ben Sheaf, 19 stitches in his forehead. I doubt he'll be playing. Claudio, the Wednesday player has definitely got a 3-match ban. Oh,
yeah, because they never appealed. Only we appealed.
Okay, there we go then.
So
Mark Harrington. Yep, Sheffield Wednesday never appealed. They released a statement on their website yesterday. What else we got? We've got some numbers coming in. Spot the ball. Claudio says a cheeky, painful 1-0 tomorrow. Tony Goodman says 4-0. Good evening, Tony. You won the prize for Guess the Gate. We've had that. So there we go. Oh, and Claudio's coming. It's my missus's birthday. We got back, but my daughter is now writing out a university paper in the recording area. I'm trying to finish because she's coming to the match tomorrow night. So I can't have a lift back tomorrow then, Claudio. Or can I have a lift back tomorrow? I don't know. So there we go. There we have it. Oh, what else we got? Ken O'Tomo's coming. They can't get cash tickets through infrastructure of the stadium as the route to the seats through the lounges and corporate. That's why they are going to make construction changes to the stadium. Oh, okay, brilliant. Currently, a sellout is just 29,000. We've lost just over 2,000 because of segregation and corporate. Well, they sort it out then, don't they? Ralph Wiggins is coming in. He says Lewis Binks to start if Kitchens is out. Ian Cooper, if Kitchen is out, has to be Binks. We need pace in our centre backs. Robin says, happy birthday, Mrs. Claudio. There you go. That's all the comments. We've got through all the comments. Fantastic stuff.
I'm going to go for 29,100. And
Oh,
one.
yeah, I was going to ask you. 29,101.
101. Yeah.
I'm going to go 28,999.
Oh, 999.
Why not? Why
It'd be
not?
Look, whatever. It's going to be nice to get a nice, healthy gate for the last game of the year, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, Steve and Tom, you're not making it, are you, unfortunately? When are you up for your next one now, do you think?
We don't know, really. We just
in the new year.
play it by ear. But we usually try and do a few away games. But I think we're obviously going to have to do a few home ones now. Yeah, just hope Mrs. Price is all right in January and we can come up towards the end of January. But we're gutted not to be coming up for this one. Because last year we played Cardiff between Christmas and New Year, and we stayed overnight, and we thought, oh, after the game we'll have a few drinks in Coventry, and the whole pub started singing Ymro Heed, and we realised they were all Cardiff fans, and we had a really good night out with them. It was cracking, and so with Swansea coming up tomorrow, we were hoping for the same, but not to be.
No, we wish you all our best, mate, and we hope she gets better soon.
Thanks,
from
Ross.
all of us here. And all the Cov City fans as well. I'm sure they'll be sending their best wishes as well. Now, listen,
yeah,
best wishes. Now, we've got Spot the Ball. Let's give you the answer. So, have we got a winner? There's your Spot the Ball.
What
so
number
you guys have gone 18, Ken, 2, Steve, Tom, 12, and Luke went 19. The answer is, and I don't think we've had a correct answer tonight.
We haven't, because I've been writing them down. I don't think we have. Go on.
I don't think we've got a correct answer.
14.
14.
Wow.
There you go.
It's a rollover.
See? 14. There you go, look. 14. See it? There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Now you don't. Now you see it? No, you don't. There you go.
It looks like it's a rollover then, Miles.
It's a rollover. So, yeah. So, next show will be tomorrow night. We will be live streaming from Dillon's. 6:45, we'll be live streaming, as long as I've got a cameraman, if he bothers turning up.
Yeah.
Never turns up anymore. He can't be bothered. So, but so we should be live streaming tomorrow night. So, guys, I know you can't make it, so why not tune in at 6:45? Watch us from Dillon's, having a few beers. have a beer with us. Sit at home in your living room, have a beer with us tomorrow night. And I don't know if it's on iFollow tomorrow. Is it? Is it on iFollow?
No.
It's on overseas TV. Live on overseas TV, I think, apparently again. So
have a look on the interweb. I'm sure you'll be able to find it somewhere.
Pick it up somewhere.
Yeah, pick it up somewhere. So yeah, definitely pick it up somewhere. Dillon's is open. Dillon's is open from 2 p.m. tomorrow. Happy hour as well. So happy hour down there. Swansea site says they've received 1,500 tickets. So guessing a lot lower than Boxing Day. Yeah, maybe. You never know. You never know how many Cov fans, because it's only 23 quid each tomorrow. So it's a good price. Yeah.
Would you before we go? Would you make any changes, Miles, to the team tomorrow?
No. Well,
you keep it as it is. Apart from the kitchen situation.
Yeah, if Kitchen's fit, if he's fit, if he's allowed to play, I wouldn't change it. No, definitely not. I'll keep it the same. You've got to keep it the same. We're threatening, and the four at the back has just been amazing. So I'm absolutely loving it at the moment, and I predicted we'd get 3 points out of this Christmas period.
Wow,
how wrong was I?
Exactly. Steve, would you change it?
I think I would start with Sims, just because we need a little bit of rotation. Matty's getting on a bit. I think I'd start with Sims. I think Binks will obviously play, I think, instead of Kitchen. And it's whether he brings De Silva in.
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. How about you, Tom?
Yeah, I agree. I'd definitely start Sims. And I think with the games coming thick and fast at the moment, got a lot of games in a short amount of time, I'd be tempted maybe if someone's looking a little bit leggy, potentially. Obviously, we don't know how they're looking in training, but Silva's an option. Latabodier is an option.
Yeah.
We said about the kitchen, depends what happens there. I'd be tempted to change one or two, I think, just for fitness.
Yeah. He tends to rotate, doesn't he, quite regular, Robin, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's a couple of changes.
Yeah. Now, Steve and Tom, if you can see the comments, because I'm not going to put this comment up, but Robin Fletcher's put a comment. That's where you can watch the link tomorrow.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay. That's where you can see it, yeah? All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Ralph Wiggins has come in and said, what was the result of the gate on Tuesday? Well, Ralph, here
There
you
we
go.
go.
Here's the result. We'll give it again. The winner was Tony Goodman, 29,241.
They
There you
weren't
go.
far off.
No, I think, let me just check my notes, because Ralph put 29,769 the other night. So you
Yeah.
were close, but not close enough. Have you had a guest tonight, Ralph? Has he had a guest tonight?
I can't see his name down there.
Ralph, quickly get your guess in. Quick.
Yeah.
Thomas,
He's gone 25 to 267.
brilliant. Keno Thomas says, wear me lucky socks tomorrow. They're in the wash, so I have to put my other lucky pair on. So there you go. And he says, Ralph Wiggins says, cheers, Miles. Now, listen, thank you very much, Steve and Tom, for coming on. Our Welsh contingent Sky Blue fans, we love you. We think you're great. And as we say, we do hope your wife gets better very soon. I got a surprise coming very shortly just to finish off the show tonight. And Ken, thank you very much, mate. I'll see you tomorrow down at Dillon's.
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay, brilliant. And the next live show we might do on Tuesday, if not next Thursday. Is that right?
Yeah, Tuesday or Thursday we will make an announcement. Hopefully Tuesday after the Middlesbrough game, we're going to get a show together.
Okay, wonderful, excellent stuff. Right, well, we're going to leave you. Massive big thank you to everyone for watching us tonight. I've got a little special video for you now, just to finish off the show. Hope you all enjoy it. There's only one Sakamoto. What do you reckon, guys? Play up Sky Blues?
Yeah.
Sky
Blues. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I beckon the ghost of midnight at my bedroom, he walked right in. He showed me December highlights from Hadji and Mickey Quinn. When Patry made up here, when Peak and Dean and B, when they buckled to QPR, the beat on the very next day. Who's this latest heavenly seven with a gift from the gods like a referee weapon? He's a ticker and a tacker and a send you to Tesco, a twist and assist and a restaurant. Let's go! What he lacks in size and meat, he makes up for with the backsides off the seat. Stand up for Sakamoto, the 5'7" Tinkerbell, the kind of locomotion that makes defenders shoot themselves. Stand up for Sakamoto, the glue that keeps the ball. He's the one that can tell me he's the George of the Dragon. He's the little one that makes the big ones fall. Welcome December on the 26th day, on the 15th hour down by Jimmy Hill Way. There's three wise men that are bringing the game, a Raul and a Will and a weak game name. G-News in and Saka's on the sheet with a God and a Josh and a laddie for sheep. 20 minutes gone and right hits the jet stream, squares it to Saka, who scores with both feet. This kid infectious is ambidextrous, kept thwarting Marvin Harry upon the set of Home Alone. That side of Marvin Barry and sent the boat to Tokyo. This crime is getting scary, more dreams than when we wait. I was happy to be in the middle of the tree with the pain of the past.
This way wouldn't have touched Sakamoto. He wasn't going to cross. He was going to shoot himself.
Blimey, Clive, that's a bit dark. Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.